Welcome back to the vent. Have you talked to your calves today? Have you?
No.
Well, we're gonna get it done. All right, on the floor. So set up for today, you guys. You're gonna need an ab mat or just something that you can fit underneath the little crevice or little curve of your ankle here. So let's actually have you take off your shoes. And what you can actually do at home, if you don't have something around, you can actually stack up your shoes and use that as a little pad or support here for your ankles. So Bree, you're gonna put your shin, right over there, and I'm gonna use just the floor to prove to you guys it can be done if you don't have something. We're gonna do what's called a bone saw calf smash today. So, if you don't have something to smash your calves with, liar, you have your other leg. So what we're gonna use here is we're gonna take your right shin, and we're gonna cross it over the high spot or the gastroc over your left leg. Yep, so way up there, and then sit your butt down. Be heavy. All right, so we've got 2 minutes on the clock here. How do you feel right there, okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so what we want to try to do more than anything else here is you want to try to get as much lateral movement as possible so you're literally sawing your bone across your calf. All right, so make sure you're breathing, and you can even reach across with your left hand, grab onto your foot. Yep, and can you even press down on that side?
Ow.
And then you can kind of get a little bit of dual action here. All right, so make sure you're breathing, make sure you're heavy. Again, if your ankle needs a little bit of support, you can put a little pad underneath there or a sweatshirt or something, or you can just be brave and do it on the floor. And just kind of scrub side to side and get as much work done as you can. If you feel like, is that sore there?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it actually?
It really is.
Okay, if you feel like, you're like, oh, it's not too bad up here in this high kind of gastroc, move down just about like an inch. Let's move down an inch anyway. So you're really literally using your shin, digging down into your calf and just kind of saw side to side. So like we know, remember, any tissues that hurt when you push on it, whether it be a foam roller, lacrosse ball, or your own shin, if it hurts when you push on it, let you know those tissues are a little bit junky, so get in there. Be aggressive, and then make sure you're also breathing. And breathe through it. And one of the rules of thumb, you guys, if you want to actually pay a little bit more attention to your breathing, try to take twice as long on the exhale as you do the inhale, and you'll be surprised at how willing your tissues are actually to relax and get a little bit softer if you just incorporate a little bit of breathing. So Bree, can you take in a big breath? Let's take about twice as long to exhale. Good, and let's move down again. Let's go one more spot here. And even though normally we can take this down all the way to your heel, we're just gonna stay on that upper, the higher part of that calf here for today. Just so we can be respectful of everyone's time here. Keep sawing side to side. How's that feel?
It's pretty sore.
Is it getting better?
It's kind of like I ran hills all weekend.
Kind of like you ran hills, kind of like you ran the mud run?
Kind of like that.
Good, keep scrubbing around here. We've got about 10 more seconds on this side. Be real heavy, and not only just shifting your hips, like kind of sit down. You sit all your weight down.
I am.
Scrub side to side. Good, dig, dig, dig. Couple big deep breaths, and good. Whew. Right, dismount out of that. Now, just to make sure we can actually really register and see that change, can you put your shoe back on? So we got a twofer on this one. Number one's gonna be that bone saw calf smash. The second one is, if you can find something to put your foot up on, again, if you have a rig at home, or just a wall will work, but we're gonna use the rig here. Get on that side, Bree. And I want you guys to get down low, get your heel a couple inches away from either a wall or something convenient like a rig here. Get your leg nice and long, so get your body low to start. Good, now you wanna make sure you're not too close, otherwise you're not gonna go anywhere. And if you're too far away, you might get a little bit too much in your toes. Spend about a couple inches away, and then you're simply just gonna pull yourself upright until you feel some good tension in the back of that calf. So 2 minutes here. You feel that stretch in the back of your calf?
Oh, yeah.
Good, so then get your back foot behind you, just got like a little bit of a kickstand so you're nice and easy. And then take a look at that back foot, Bree, spin it in just a little bit. Yep, like the finishing position, your jerk. Good, so hang out right here and just kind of shift side to side. We've talked about before, if you've been to any of our classes, screwing your feet into the ground. So when you're in this position here, if you want to be a little bit more active, Bree, make sure your heel doesn't move, but actually kind of twist your foot side to side a little bit, and you'll feel that that kind of changes and challenges the demands in the corners of the ankle a little bit more. So notice our feet aren't slipping out of position, but we're just getting a little bit more range. We're clearing up some of those corners of the ankles a little bit more. All right, we got 60 seconds left here, so watch us breathe. Now, come off a little bit of tension and bend your knee, and then now almost act like you're trying to touch your knee to that rig. So pull yourself in a little bit, and you can just kind of pump in and out, almost like you're running into the wall in the front of that ankle. Now, do you feel it in the front of your ankle a little bit more?
Yeah.
Do you feel it in the back of your Achilles?
Yeah.
So you can just kind of play around here. We got about 20 more seconds from stiff leg, like you're trying to bring your hip to the rig, or bent knee, and just get a little bit more ankle flexion in there. So hang out. We got about 10 more seconds here. Really, really challenge that end range. Hang on, keep breathing. Keep your abs on. And good. Let's come out of that. Okay, back over here. But before we get onto the other leg, let's watch this. Take your shoe off. Let's do a little retest here. So straighten out your legs. Long legs. And if you come over on the side, can you flex your toes back towards your shins as much as you can, Bree? And do you see a difference side to side? Yeah, all of a sudden one of Bree's legs shrunk. Mine too, I can't laugh. Right? So, you got a few more degrees of flexion in those ankles. Remember, every little degree of flexion you get in your ankles, everything upstream actually autocorrects a little bit more as well. One of the biggest limiting factors that people have no idea how to spot. But the nice thing about doing the little retest afterwards, you guys, is you can really see that difference. Feel better?
Yes.
All right, let's do the other side. 2 minutes.
Let's.
So load that one up. Right shin's gonna be the submissive one right now. Cross that left one across. Yeah, and sometimes play around, you guys. The higher up on your ankle, sometimes you get a little bit more pressure. Sometimes you need to shove that leg across a little bit more. That's gonna be up to you. 2 minutes here. And just shift side to side. Be really heavy, be really aggressive, and even if you just wanna kinda knead that with your other foot, you can do that, and just kind of freestyle it a little bit. It's up to you guys to really explore and really go find your tight areas. You're really only as limited as your creativity is in these positions here, but no one's gonna know what you feel better than you are, so you just got to explore and hunt around a little bit. Are you breathing, Bree?
I am breathing. Oh, you want me to breathe audibly?
Try to make that exhale about twice as long as that inhale, especially if it gets really bad. If you find yourselves holding your breath, take a big deep breath and relax. It really does make a difference when you tie the breathing in. If you're not breathing when you're smashing or working on a position, your body sees that as a threat, and it makes it very, very difficult for those tissues to relax. Let's move down one spot. We got under a minute here, and just make sure we're trying to seesaw as much as we can. So this is a really nice kind of travel mobility tool. You can do this anywhere that there's a floor. And just get some work done here. 2 minutes is the minimum dose to make a little bit of change in those tissues. Get a dose, get a response, and that's gonna be it. Let's move down one more spot. How's this leg feel compared to the other one?
This one's worse.
It is?
Yeah.
Good, so be heavy on it.
I can't.
Big deep breaths. You can't not be heavy, or you can't be heavy.
Oh, you're funny.
I'm just asking. Keep scrubbing side to side, just trying to clarify.
Okay.
Be heavy, really shift your weight all the way to one side, all the way to the other. Make sure we're not missing anything. Couple more seconds here. Be aggressive, big strong calves, you need a lot of pressure. And good. Let's dismount on that one. Let's get your right shoe on. And let's map that little sucker in our classic stretch. And again, you guys, you can do this against a wall, a rig, or if there's even like anything that you can step on, anything where you can get your heel below from that foot. Yep, and pull it up, right? Okay, so keep that tension on. Try to squeeze your butt now, Bree, so that your back's not overextended. Keep your abs on. Are your abs on tension? Are they?
Yes.
Did you take a punch?
Yes.
Could you?
Go for it.
Could you?
Yes.
Are you breathing? Hold that tension. Really be active in there now. Let's twist around. Shift that ankle around just a little bit. Make sure you guys are not moving your toes, you're not moving your heel. Leave that position. And then now, after we get a few pumps side to side here, and I know it seems like you're doing it anyways, which you are, but I want you, Bree, to actually think about consciously flexing your foot. So pull those toes up towards your shin and pull yourself in a little bit more. So naturally, we're going to be in a flex position here in the ankle, but if you actively try to flex your foot up as well, we can get a little bit deeper here. We got about 30 seconds left here. Now let's come off a little bit of tension, slight bend in the knee. Now let's challenge that ankle in front just a little bit more. Press into it. You can kind of scour around side to side a little bit. Be heavy on that tension. If you feel like you hit a wall in the front of your ankle, boom, just press into it. Big tension, big stretch. If you don't do this one as well as the other one, we're going to walk around in circles all day. Hold it. 3, 2, big tension. And come out of that. All right, real quick, let's retest that one. Make sure we're back to normal. Let's go shoes off. All right, so nice and tall, so flex your quads, long legs, don't cheat.
I'm not cheating.
And pull them back.
I think mine are better.
I think we're good. Good job today.